the Mega Cyborg Hand. That's actually a really cool toy. We scored some loot for Christmas, right? Yeah, one of the things you asked for Santa was the Mega Cyborg Hand by Thames and Kosmos. So I think this is going to be a fun build. It says ages 7 plus, 203 pieces, 5 experiments, and the manual is 52 pages. Alright, let's go ahead and open it up, buddy. Looks like there's some tubes and springs.
Ooh, it's kind of like a model kit.
Yeah, it's kind of like a model kit. We're going to have to build it, which we build a lot of things. So, okay. So everything has to be cut off the screws, which I think we can handle that. Okay, there's the frame. Let's have a look at that manual. You know what, buddy? Why don't you grab my green mat, because we're going to have to use some sprue cutters. Okay. Pneumatics and hydraulics. Yeah, we're going to need to get some water. Okay. This looks totally doable. It's a nice looking manual. Yeah, buddy. The Mega Cyborg Hand and the energy crystals.
It's quiet in the gym. Everyone has gone to sleep, except Tom and Izzy. Here, where other people just see junk, our heroes see endless possibilities. The thrust must be increased by a factor of 10. We need more thrust to overcome gravity. I found something! It's the piece we needed! That could work. As long as it isn't broken. Don't worry. This small leak will be easy to plug. Alright, let's get to work. Izzy can repair anything. She is a genius when it comes to mechanics. Tom, on the other hand, is a scientist through and through. He's always game to try out an experiment. Together, they can build anything. I think it's ready. Yes, we did it. Nothing can stop us now. Where should we fly next? Wherever we want. We can go anywhere. I really hope that the surface scan we performed orbit was accurate. And there are, in fact, energy sources here that we can use to propel our spaceship. No worries, Tom. If all else falls, we can walk back to Earth on foot. That is not funny, Izzy. If we don't find high energy crystals, we'll never get out of here. There's one. Oh. Wait, Izzy, it might not be that safe to handle that with bare hands. Don't be silly. Oof! I did warn you anyway. It should be a problem, but with my super insult gloves because... Oof! Haha! It seems we need something else to handle this. I've got an idea.
Ta-da! Here we go. Let's start building. Okay, now you're going to put those two pieces together. I don't think they're going to snap entirely. You have to add some screws. Okay. So then there's 2 screws in the outer holes. That hole and that hole and that hole. So you're going to take those 2 screws and your screwdriver and you're going to screw that together. I need to steady it with one hand. Maybe that'll help.
Oh, it's hard to put in.
Yeah, you just keep working it. Those 2 pegs go in there. Okay. Got it? Okay. A2. And then you need part number D1, which I think is that guy. Take your time. Looks like this. Goes like that somehow. Okay, how's that look? Nice. Okay, on to the next thing. So we got that portion. Then it looks like we're going to have to put some screws in there again. So we'll get a couple of these. Little guys. One of those. One of those, and find your screw holes in there.
Fish it.
Yeah. So now we just need to do the opposite side. We already did it once. Okay, so that piece is complete. Now, on to the next page. Assembling the hand frame. That's the big frame for the hand. There's a bunch of little pieces we have to put in there. You ready for that? Mm-hmm. All right. Okay, so here's our foam pads off the sheet. There might be more later. We have 1 there, 2 there, 2 in the very back, and there's some up front. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. So we need that, and then we're going to need one of these and one of those. Okay, so we had to make 3 of those pieces. Hold that piece up for me, buddy. Okay, you see how that piece pivots? And then it will snap in to your main frame. And you gotta pay attention to how you're going together. Okay. Might need a little bit of adult strength to snap that in. Push one at a time. Okay, so you're 7. You're able to get it, right? There you go. Looks like you're in there. There you go. You're going to do the same thing with the front. A little tough, but you did it, right? Okay, and then you can see that these articulate in your frame. Okay. One more. We'll get that in. A little tough, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Want Dad to help with that one?
Got it.
You got that one. Okay, one more up front. Sometimes you just gotta take your time to line it up. So it looks like it's got like 3 main arteries, basically. Pop. Okay. See if you can kind of fidget those, give you an idea how this thing's gonna work. Okay. So there's our little A6 pieces. They're more cosmetic. A4 and A5. We are going to get to assembling the fingers now. Yep. push that further that way. All the way. Okay. If there's a pop, it usually means you're all the way home. And then the little black piece gets pushed all the way forward. There's the gear. Okay. That's that part. Now, we need to get a couple of other parts. So let's see. We're going to have to figure this out because there's a lot going on. Okay. This is how that main mechanism for your fingers look. And then we're moving on to the actual finger assemblies. Okay, so now we're getting D12. It's a little linkage off the sprue. Let's have a look at what that piece looks like. Yep. Okay. So then it looks like if we're looking at this piece like this, it's going to go upside down and hooked onto there. Upside down and hooked. There we go. There's that little linkage. Now we need to find B8 and B9. Those are going to be one of your light gray sprues. Okay.
Got a lot of 8s and 9s here.
Yeah. That's why it's really important to pay attention to which sprue you're on, because sometimes they're numbered the same. Okay. Take your time with those sprue cutters. There you go. Alright. We're going to take our time and we're going to line those parts up on there. That's what those are going to look like. Okay, and why don't you go ahead and squeeze all that together, buddy. Yep. That looks right. You like it? We're doing good. We're cruising along. Okay, so now you need to find C1 and C2, which are going to be black pieces, right? And then those are going to get squeezed right on there. Okay? Make sure you squeeze it where that little yellow linkage is inside the black part. Alright, so that's what our finger looks like so far. And then we're going to do D11 and D10. Got both those pieces, buddy? We're going to press those on. We're going to keep trucking on our fingers.
Got this one.
Okay, so we moved right along. We have one finger complete. Kind of shows you without any hydraulics hooked up how that works. It's kind of cool. It has some foam pads. A little bit tricky. Not a big deal. You have the foam pads on your little sheet from earlier on. So that's cool. We're going to move on and do the other 3 fingers. I think there's, yeah. Oh, there's a thumb and 2 other fingers. We're doing all right so far. Keep on trucking. Okay, so we worked our way through the fingers. So that's how the fingers look. Why don't you show us how they move, buddy? There's nice little foam pads that you got to stick on everything. So next, I think the instructions have us moving on to the hydraulics. So we'll see how we go. We're having fun so far, right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, next portion. We are on to our hydraulics. Okay, so I checked this dimension. We need 3 tubes, 12 centimeters. So we're going to mark those and cut those. I'm going to use an X-Acto blade. And then when we get to our cylinders, they do give us some oil. So we're going to go ahead and oil the edges of the G1 cylinders. Okay, so we're just going to oil the very tip of the cylinder. There you go. Go ahead and do the next one. You don't need a ton. You don't want it runny in there. Okay, do each one. That's the oil that they provided us in a packet. Try to hold the tube on its side, buddy, so it doesn't run down in there. There you go. And then when we're done with that, that's the oiling part. We're going to move on to assembling all of the cylinder heads. Okay, just going to take a little bit of time. Make sure we remove all the burrs, and we'll assemble all that. Okay, so we got the little plunger put together. You got to be very careful not to launch that spring. This clamps on there in two pieces on the end. Then you got a rubber plunger. Show me how that works, buddy. Yep. Okay, and then you're going to screw that onto the G3 cylinder. Okay, that's going to go right in there. We oiled the inside of our cylinder. And you're just going to screw it on there. Feel like it's on? Okay, that's our cylinder, and we're going to continue with all the rest. It seems a little bit intimidating if you're not familiar with hydraulics, but you just take your time. You get it on. Now you can release the spring. Okay, and then you're going to put the rubber plunger on the end. This is going to be for cylinder 1. Okay, and you just make sure it's seated on there fully. You kind of massage it with your fingers. Okay, so now we are making our cylinders hydraulic. We're going to connect our tube that we cut earlier to a G1 cylinder, right? And then you're going to go ahead and stick one end of that tube into the water, push it in, and then release it, and you just filled that cylinder with water. Okay? Now go ahead and grab a G3 cylinder that we already assembled, and we're going to connect that. Just make sure that tube is seated as far back as you can get it, buddy. Did you get it?
Yet. There.
There you go. Okay, now show us how that works.
Watch this when you push it.
Yeah. There you go. Now you have a hydraulic system. Okay. So we have 3 of those, and then I think we just need to do the G2, but I'm not sure how long that tube needs to be. So we're going to continue on. Alright, so in the instruction book it says cylinder 2, G2, is going to be 34 centimeters long, which is pretty much exactly what we have left. So we're going to connect that, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay. I'll hold that in the water. Go ahead and fill your cylinder. Go ahead. I think you're just like doing too many things at once. Okay. Now it's full. There we go. Okay, now connect that to the last G3 cylinder. And then I think our hydraulic systems, as far as I see, I don't have any more parts for a hydraulic system. Once you got that hooked up, we can check our operation. They go together. Here, I'll hold that one. Let's see how it goes. Go ahead and operate it. Yep. That looks good. Systems are operational. All right. Let's continue on. Okay. So now we have an assembled thumb, right? And then we have our hydraulics hooked up to our thumb. Let's see how that works. Oh, yeah. Kung Fu grip on the cyborg thumb. Here we go. Look at that. That's awesome. Sweet. All right. You want to keep going or what?
Yay!
All right. All right. So now we are snapping our fingers into the frame. Did it pop in already? Looks like it's in there. Push down on those tabs right there. There you go. I heard a click. I think we're good. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting a little closer. We still have quite a bit to do. Alright, we got to find some more parts. So we had that. Now we have to find B4. B4, which is going to be on the white sprue. Okay. So we have the back of the hand assembled. This knob you can actually elevate and raise the fingers with that knob, tighten your grip. Now we're going to put the hydraulic cylinders in, correct?
I don't think this is the right way.
Well, you look at the first one we did it. It goes like this, into there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think you want to push down on it, so turn that head if you need to. You can do it like that too, I guess. Yeah. Get this part joined first. There you go. Manipulate the finger. So you can pop that in. I know you're getting excited. There you go. Then get that middle one in. There we go. It's pretty cool. Your cylinders kind of work a little bit like human tendons would, or muscles. A little tough. Yeah, it's a little tough for a little guy, I think. There we go. Perfect. Okay, one more. Now, if there was a problem where you ended up having a leak here, for whatever reason, we could figure out how to refill this, because we know how to fill it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to do this one exactly the same. There you go. Then turn that cylinder. Oh, see? That's the thing. You got to pop that off. We'll correct that. Okay? You see, because this has got to be aiming outward. Right? That'll help correct that, just so we don't have any catastrophes. Okay, we got that one corrected. Now go ahead and do the last two connections. Oh yeah. There you go. Yep, there's 1, 2, 3. That's awesome. Alright, we're getting close. We're in the home stretch, partner. Okay, so this took us about 4 hours, right, buddy? Yeah, we're pretty avid modelers. It might be a little difficult for some people, but with some basic tools, a knife, a screwdriver, some sprue cutters, or some sort of diagonal cutters, you can get it done in a day. That's pretty cool. You want to show us how it works, buddy? It's the Mega Cyborg Hand.
Put your fingers in here.
Yeah. Yeah, you can set it up for left-handed operation, but we set it up for right-hand. Nice. Show us how all the fingers work. That's awesome. And you're how old now, right? 7? Yeah, you're 7 years old. And you can operate that thing. So with a little bit of Dad's help, it has nice foam grips, foam pads on the fingers. So let's try grabbing the box.
Whoa.
It's a little heavy, but it works. You can grip things, right? You got it. All right. Awesome job. I think we got a cup over there. You want to grab the cup? There's a cup over there. Boom. Got a cup. All right. For the hot summer days, you can drink some nice lemonade. That's actually a really cool toy. I really like that thing. Dad had fun building that too. So, and you learn a little bit about mechanics and hydraulics. And there's a knob on the back of the palm, right, where you can tighten or loosen your grip. So if you go backwards, it opens your grip. You go positive, it tightens your grip. That's awesome. I really dig it. And then we went to page 33. And in the back, we started out reading. There's actually more stories and more exercises you can do. So the story continues. We're going to go ahead and we're going to read that story, right? I think you could actually bring this book to class and you could show your friends what you built. There's experiments. Picking up a bag, grabbing a cup. Do not carry it by the hoses because it's water under pressure, right? And it shows you. We basically figured out how to work it without looking at any of this stuff. But this is a great catalog. This is a great toy for learning and playing. All right. Hope you all had a Merry Christmas. Bye.